Hi class, today we're going to be talking about solving proportions. So if you will turn to page 28 in your composition book, we'll get started. So for our first example, we're going to do 4 over A is equal to 24 over 30. So when solving proportions, what you want to remember is to cross multiply and set up an equation. So I cross multiply these two, so that gives me 24a, and I cross multiply these two is equal to 4 times 30. And I'm writing all this out just so you guys can see every step that I'm doing. But when you do it, you don't have to write everything out, but it would be very helpful so you don't make any mistakes. So we have 24a on this side, and we need to do 4 times 30 over here. So I'm going to move my 24a down, and equal to 4 times 30 is 120. Then I'm going to divide by 24 on both sides, and I am left with a is equal to 5. For our next example, you can see over here we have somewhat of an equation. So we're going to cross multiply again, and we're going to have 3 times x minus 6, or 3 times the quantity of x minus 6 is equal to 2x. Notice that I didn't put circles on this time. We just want to let you guys know that on your papers we don't want circles, it'll get really messy. So just make sure to remember to cross multiply. You can put lines maybe, that's a lot easier. And so for here, for the 3, I'm going to distribute that into both of the numbers and get 3x minus 18 is equal to 2x. Now, as you know, Mr. Cohen's always said that we want to keep our big X on one side, and so we move the small one. But here, since 2x is over here by itself, we want to do something a little different and move the 3x so that we don't have nothing on this side, because we don't want nothing on one side. So I'm going to subtract 3x from both sides, and that's going to give me negative 18 is equal to negative x. Now, if you remember from the Math Council of 1508, there's a negative 1 right there. So what I like to do is I like to divide by negative 1. And that's going to give me x is equal to 18. For our third example, we have m over 5 is equal to m minus 6 over 4. So we're going to cross multiply again, and we'll get 5 times the quantity of m minus 6 is equal to 4m. So I'll distribute my 5, and that gives me 5m minus 30 is equal to 4m. Now, once again, it's not normal for us to move the big variable, but we don't want nothing on this side. So I'm going to subtract 5m from both sides, and that's going to give me negative 30 is equal to negative m. So I'm going to divide by negative 1, and that's going to give me m is equal to 30. So here are your 2 practice problems to do. And just one thing to remind you guys, over here, whenever you have a quantity, make sure you put it in parentheses. So that r plus 1 should be in parentheses. Also, make sure that you direct post Mr. Cohen's and myself on Edmodo with your answers tonight, so we will be looking for those. And good luck.